I know it can be nerve-wracking to enroll in an online course, so today I'm walking you through and giving you a behind-the-scenes look at each module of my course, 30 Days to Paid Freelance Copywriting, and letting you know exactly what to expect and how I'm going to get you from point A to point B, which is finding freelance copywriting clients on LinkedIn, how to cold pitch them, how to get them on a call, and get them to hire you so you can build this freelance business that you're dreaming of. So here we go. As soon as you enroll, you're going to get an email with your login credentials. And as soon as you create an account, you're going to log into this platform and immediately gain access to the modules. Here's module 1. It's going to give you a little bit of an introduction. The first thing you're going to receive is some PDF downloads that are going to help you stay on track and keep you accountable in each module. Sometimes we can learn stuff and then we're like overloaded with this information, but we don't know what action step to take. So at the end of each module, I have a slide within these videos that tells you exactly what you need to do, what action step you need to take. But more importantly, I created this project plan so that by the end of every module, you can actually print this entire package and do the little check mark and make notes so you know exactly what needs to be done in each stage of this course. I have a framework that walks you through the overall structure of the course. So this is by module. It's choosing your niche, publishing your own writing samples, creating your website, optimizing or creating from scratch your LinkedIn profile, and then of course, how to actually reach out to clients, get them on these calls, and how to conduct yourself. And then I'm also going to give you a calendar that lets you keep track of where you are. So if you are on track to gain clients in 30 days, you want to make sure that you're completing this course within a set period. You're also going to see when the live Q&A calls are. Now for this purpose, this is an older calendar for a previous launch that I did, a previous course that I held. I'm actually giving you more Q&As, but you'll see that later. But this is an old calendar, so don't worry about that. In module 1, I really just give you a basic overview so you can understand what the goal is of LinkedIn, debunk any misconceptions we might have about this platform, and really just give you the reason why this is the best method for cold pitching clients. But once we get into module 2 is when we really start taking action, because you're going to choose your niche, you're going to understand who your ideal clients are, which is based on your niche, and then you're going to be able, based on those 2 data points, meaning your niche and your ideal client, you're going to know how to position yourself in the market. So you're going to know what to call yourself. The fact that I called myself a B2B technology copywriter and was able to put that on a website and my LinkedIn profile, mentally it did something for me where I had the courage to start pitching freelance clients. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this module. You can think of this module as your positioning. It can be really hard to know if you're choosing the right niche. A lot of writers get stuck on this, but it's okay because this is such a foundational step that you want to take the time to make sure that you get it right. I provide a downloadable sheet that is a viability check to make sure that you're choosing a niche that makes sense for you and what you're interested in, but also ensures that clients are actually going to pay good money for you to write on this topic, right? Because what we're interested in might not always be super viable or super profitable. So I want you to be really confident that the niche that you're pursuing is going to get you from point A to point B, which is newer freelancer who needs clients to fully booked freelancer with loyal ongoing clients on a month-to-month basis. To help with that, I also give you niche examples so you can really see what else is out there, what other writers are doing, and what has worked for other people to give you that inspiration. It's also really important at this stage to know what type of clients and who you're going to reach out to. So once you decide who you are as a copywriter, it's time to actually know, how do I find these people on LinkedIn? Who are they? What are their titles? So I created this sheet that allows you to understand What companies are you going after? What industry do you play in? What titles are going to hire you in your role? I break down typical org charts that you're going to be going after and really give you an insight into what these people's jobs are. The people who hire you, you want to know, what their motivation is so you can really personalize your cold pitch and make sure that you're speaking directly to them. And lastly, I tell you exactly how to craft your title that's going to be used on your website, your profile, all throughout your marketing. I created this sheet that allows you to see, hey, this is the structure of a strong copywriting title, something that's going to pop out to your ideal customers. And I give you examples of other successful writers who have chosen this title. So each module contains downloadable PDFs and obviously the videos, right, that walk you through this. It's me talking, but I also want you to be able to watch and read and see everything. Something that you can do is leave comments within each module. And this is how I actually go and gather your questions so I can answer them on the live Q&A calls. So I want to be able to see, okay, if I don't know the answer to their question, I want to research that ahead of time. And it might take me doing some research into their niche or looking at your website or looking at your LinkedIn profile, things I don't want to do on a live call and waste people's time. So that preparation really helps me. Feel free to leave your comments within these modules, and then you and I can interact on the live Q&A calls. Module 3 is all about how to create your website and portfolio. So I'm going to show you kind of the basic things that you need, right? How do you establish an online presence? Your portfolio, your website, your LinkedIn profile. I'm going to show you what needs to be on your website, the best website building tools to get this up and running, how to create your portfolio. And what's important here is that I make everything really simple. I don't believe in making a big, complicated website. I had no experience building a website before I became a copywriter, so I needed something very simple, a very drag and drop easy interface for me to navigate, and that's what I recommend for you guys too. I'm going to tell you the exact sections that need to be on your website and provide you examples of other writers who are doing their website well. Now, the fourth lesson within Module 3 is really important because I show you and give you a video tutorial of how to create a portfolio that makes it look like you've been published. I don't see anyone else talking about this, any other writers, and this is one of the ways that I really gained confidence in order to pitch clients. Even though nobody had actually published me, I knew my portfolio looked rock solid. It was not complicated to create this effect that I'm going to show you guys, but I'm so excited that the tutorial is in this module and that you can actually go and create this. In Module 4, I'm finally getting into how to either create a LinkedIn profile from scratch or how to optimize your existing profile. I want to show you how to fill out your LinkedIn profile so that you're showing up in search results. All the correct fields are filled out so that clients, when they skim your profile, they know that you're the right one for the job. But in order for you to do that, I need to point out each section that I know clients skim. So I created this PDF where it gives you a checklist of the sections that you need to fill out. You'll see that. And I have some more notes. What I also did here was provide you some writers that have done this really well. There's links. You could literally click on their profiles and model yours after theirs. Module 5 is the nitty-gritty of how to actually get on LinkedIn and start cold pitching these clients. So the groundwork we laid in the module where we picked our niche and understood who we were going to reach out to, now that's going to actually come into action because you're going to hop on LinkedIn and I give you a video tutorial of how to perform this search. So let's click on here. Guys, in this tutorial, Crunchbase pitch social media platforms do. So I want to tell you what we're about. Okay, here's who you may know within Grammarly. As you can see, it's me just taking you through the LinkedIn platform and giving you that guided tutorial. In lesson 2, I'm going to actually take you through the principles and the rules of how to send an effective cold pitch. As you can see right here, I provide a downloadable PDF that gives you what you need before you begin reaching out to clients to make sure that your online presence is really buttoned up. Because once they get your message, when you do cut through the noise, you want to make sure that when they hop to your profile, they see what they want to see in order to take it to the next level and get on a call with you. So lesson 3 is awesome within module 5 because what I do is provide you cold pitch templates. Now, it would be actually more than fine to just provide these templates and send you on your way, but I take you through a tutorial of how to navigate these templates. And these templates have been laid out so simply. A lot of you have had free samples of my templates, but these actually show you, hey, here's what to say in this situation. Here's what to say when they say this. And it breaks down the message and tells you the importance of why each section of the message should be included. So that's a separate PDF. It's a whole template package that gives you breakdowns of what to say, when, and why to say it. Structuring your message is really important. So I show you kind of, hey, if you're not going to use my exact template, just make sure that you have these elements because this will help you break through the noise. Something a lot of writers ask me about and send me messages about is, hey, how do I follow up with clients? Once I've sent these awesome messages to them that you've shown me how to write, I want to follow up with them because I haven't gotten a response. So I have a whole list of creative ways to follow up with a client because I believe in actually continuing to provide value and writing personalized messages even in the follow-up. Now, when you use these message templates and you start cold pitching, you're going to start getting responses. And at that point, writers sometimes are like, oh my God, I got a response. What do I do? So what I want to do is prepare you and walk you through that process and show you what it's like when a client responds to your message and what you can do to quickly get them on a call with you so you can start working with them. So here's what I provide you with in this module as well. I want you to have a sheet handy where, hey, if you're not getting responses, you can use this checklist and see, hey, what could I possibly be doing wrong? Why aren't my messages getting responses? Why are they not effective? This sheet will help you troubleshoot and work backwards and see why you might not be getting the desired result. I provide a sample of an invoice because we obviously are going to want to get paid. I have a pricing guide so you know how to set your rates. This is published by AWAI, American Writers and Artists Institution, and it gives industry standard pricing. It's a free download, so I provide the link to it there. I wanted to give you an example of what my rate sheet looked like. So when a client says, hey, what are your prices? A lot of writers just shoot back a price in an email, but I really believe in taking it up a notch and kind of presenting yourself in a more professional light. I've always had my rate sheet from the beginning when I first started freelancing. You can create it on Canva, and I gave you an example here of what mine looked like in the beginning and what it still looks like now, just as an inspiration so you know what you can send clients. And then I also give you a sample of a freelance agreement, also known as a scope of work. Clients will most likely ask you for this, so I want you to just see, hey, this is a template, and I'm by no means a lawyer. So keep that in mind that this is not like this legally binding contract, but I also go into that in this module too and talk about, hey, like, here's what you need to know about contracts, because that's a huge part of freelancing and working with clients. Once you've completed the 5 modules, you're going to get access to my bonuses. So bonus number 1 is how to conduct client calls with confidence, because let's be honest, as writers, having meetings and meeting on Zoom and getting on a face-to-face call can be very nerve-wracking. It can make a lot of writers really nervous. So that's what that whole module, this bonus module, is focused on, is like, hey, what do you need to do on this call? What is the mindset? And what can you do to ease your own anxiety so that this goes how you want it to go? Bonus number 2 is a LinkedIn job search tutorial. So in addition to cold pitching, if you want to use the job search tutorial feature, I mean, LinkedIn is great in so many capacities. I used it primarily for cold pitching, but being the first to hop on the posted job opportunities is great. So I go through that. I give you a tutorial of how to do that on LinkedIn. I also added 2 more bonuses. Because as I was going through the course with former students, I realized that certain things popped up. So what I did for bonus number 3 was showed you how to search your LinkedIn feed for writing opportunities, because sometimes clients will just shoot out opportunities to their network before they post a job. So you really can not only use the job search tutorial and not only cold pitch, but you can look at your feed every day and know what to do if you see someone hiring. And then bonus number 4 is requesting client testimonials. So as newer freelancers, it is so hard to feel confident in your website and your portfolio when you know you don't necessarily have the most experience. So as soon as you do start getting work, whether it's your first client or whatever, I talk all about how to get testimonials, and this shows up on your LinkedIn profile. I give you a process of how to request it, what the best way to do it is, how to copy it from your LinkedIn profile to your website. This is super, super critical for freelance copywriters. And although it doesn't maybe seem pertinent in this moment if you don't have clients yet, trust me, getting that first testimonial is going to be so critical to building your online presence. So I walk you through that entire process. And finally, after you've gone through all the modules and the bonuses, you're going to have access to the Q&A calls. Even though they were done live, I record them and store them in this platform so that if you're not able to get on the live call, or if I say something and you're like, wait, what? You can go back and actually listen to the recording. I record them on Zoom. This is from my last cohort of students. These are all the coaching calls, and you'll be able to access them whenever you need. The coaching component is really important in this course so that you feel that you're not alone. Even though these modules have been really specifically created to be so easy and actionable, I want you to feel supported so that if you don't understand something, you can quickly pop it in the comments and then you'll get your answer, face to face. If you don't want to get on video with me, that's okay. Just turn your camera off. We do a very basic Zoom call and I gather these questions and I answer them. And if you want to show up to the call and actually have more interaction, that's great. If you want to just listen in, that's great. But what's valuable about these calls and the fact that I record them and store them here is that as you're going through the course, you could learn from the questions that your other fellow writers are asking, because a lot of the time with new freelancers, they're very similar. So I'm really happy to provide that support. I'm providing more coaching sessions than I did in my previous cohort of students. I'm also going to invite those students back to receive more coaching, but they don't know that. So I really look forward to having you guys. I hope this was a really clear breakdown of what you can expect in my course. I want to give you behind the scenes of what it looks like. You can access this platform on your phone. You can listen to it. I know for me, I can't just sit there and listen to videos. I need to be cleaning or doing other stuff while I'm listening. So between the video and the PDFs and having all of this in one place, it's really a great way for you to learn in the way that you learn best. So I really look forward to seeing you guys in the course and supporting you and just helping guide you on this journey to independence, right? To making your own money and working without a boss and creating your own freelance business. Bye, guys.